If you live in Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, North Carolina today, Virginia, and some of the New England states, you got a slight risk of severe weather today. Alright, everyone, so we can see on here we get our day 1 severe weather risk June 14th, 2026. We got slight risk in parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, some of the New England states, West Virginia, North Carolina. We can see a margin risk in Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Ohio. We can even see that a margin risk over here in New Mexico. You can see in Texas today also too, guys. So let's move on to our tornado risk for today. We got our day 1 tornado risk, everybody. So let me just pull it up real quick. So today's tornado risk, it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be like yesterday, guys. So it's pretty much today is gonna be a 2% tornado risk. We can see for Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, some of the New England states. We can see also on here too. We can see West Virginia. We can see in Virginia also. So let's look at our wind outlook today. So don't ignore that. That's an old one from the other day. So because it's like all on like a ding. So that's from the 12th. That's from the 14th. There we go, guys. So we got our 30% wind risk today for Ohio. We can see parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Virginia, North Carolina. We can see then a 15% wind risk for South Carolina, North Carolina, New York, some of the New England states, and a 5% wind risk for Maine, and some of the New England states in Mississippi, Georgia. You can see also on here Alabama, New Mexico, and Texas. We can see also too, guys. So yeah. Lastly, we're gonna move on to our hail risk for today too. It's okay, everybody. So we can see our day 1 hail risk for today. For our June 14th, we get a 5% hail risk in New Mexico, Texas, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, Ohio, New York, and some of the New England states. We can see also too on here, guys. All right, then we can see for tomorrow we get a for Monday we can see we got a margin risk for Colorado, New Mexico, and Texas. We can see also for tomorrow. So let's move on to our wind risk for tomorrow. Alright, everyone, so we can see our wind risk for June 15th. We got 5% wind risk for Colorado, New Mexico, and Texas. We can see everybody on here. So we can see everybody for June 15th on here. We can see for Monday we got 5% hail risk. You can see for Colorado, in New Mexico, everybody in Texas. So let's move on to Tuesday's severe weather risk. Alright, then when we see our day 3 severe weather risk, we get a margin risk in Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and Michigan for this Tuesday coming up. So I'm going to keep a watch on that. It might just say marginal chance or slight chance of severe weather. So we just got to see what happens. So let's move on to our day 4, day 5 severe weather probability outlook. Alright, everyone, so we got our day 4 severe weather probability outlook. We got a 30% severe weather probability outlook in Kansas, Illinois, we can see. Then a 15% severe weather probability outlook in Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas. We can see also for our day 4 severe weather probability outlook for June 17th. We can see here also, guys. So let's move on to our day 5 severe weather probability outlook. So this is for Thursday. We can see we got a 15% severe probability outlook in Ohio, parts of Ohio, southern Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Kentucky, Virginia, even Maryland, and New Jersey. We can see on there too. Also, we can see I'm gonna be watching these 2 days. These 2 days probably will be going live Wednesday, Thursday, probably because because there's a high chance for severe weather these days. I think, in my opinion, you can see in these areas. So let's move on to our next thing we're going to talk about now. Alright, everyone, so we're going to be looking at our radar projections today. This is 2 p.m. We can see, looks like we have some rain in western Ohio, maybe a potential storm. We can see there also Indiana, we got some rain, storms in Tennessee, Mississippi area. We can see some storms popping up in Kentucky. We can see in Tennessee, we can see also on here. Then 3 p.m. comes along, we can see we had some storms in Ohio, looks like on here, excuse me. Then we got some storms in central Ohio. We can see some pop-up rain showers, storms in North Carolina. We can see West Virginia. We can see on here also some storms in Tennessee, South Carolina, some storms in Vermont. We can see also too on here, guys. See too. So yeah. Then 4 p.m. comes along. Looks like we have storms in northeast Ohio. We can see northern Ohio. You can see looks like southern Ohio. We got some storms also. Some storms in New York. We see also some rain also in storms in there too, gusty winds. We can see some storms in Tennessee, North Carolina. We can see some storms in Ohio. We can see in South Carolina too also. Then 5 p.m. we can see, looks like we had some storms in eastern Ohio, northern Pennsylvania. We can see around 5 p.m. today. Got some storms in West Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina. We can see also Georgia. We can see also on here too, guys. Then we got, looks like 6 p.m. on here. Looks like we get some storms in Pennsylvania, New York, Ohio, West Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee. We can see South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Louisiana. We can see also some storms in Maine also too, guys. Then 7 p.m. comes along. Looks like we have some storms in Pennsylvania. We can see Ohio. We can see North Carolina. We can see also on here in, looks like we get some heavier rain up in Maine potentially. We can see also on here for 7 p.m. today. We can see also too, guys. Then 8 p.m. looks like we got a line of storms going across Pennsylvania, New York. We can see some of the New England states. Kentucky, we got some storms. South Carolina, North Carolina, we got some pop-up storms too. Virginia, you see on here too, guys. Also, then 9 p.m. you see we got some storms in Kentucky, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York. We can see also Virginia. We can see also on here too, guys. Around 9 p.m. Looks like we get some rain up in Maine too. Also, we can see also some storms in Kentucky and West Virginia too. Also, we see. Then 10 p.m. on here, we get some storms in West Virginia, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, New York, and some of the New England states. In Virginia, and some storms in North Carolina and Georgia. You can see also on here too, guys. Then 11 p.m. we can see we get some storms in Pennsylvania, New York, some of the New England states, some rain in West Virginia, Kentucky, North Carolina, Georgia. We can see also for 11 p.m. tonight. Then by midnight, we're dealing with mostly rain in Pennsylvania, New York, the New England states. We can see in New Jersey, in West Virginia, and North Carolina. In South Carolina, we get some storms in Georgia, in Louisiana potentially too. Also, is how much rain we could get from these rain and storms. Ohio, you can maybe see a half an inch of rain from the storms. Pennsylvania, we can see over an inch in some spots. Of New York, we can see a lot of rain. We can see from this rain and potential storms up there. We can see we get 2.3 inches in parts of New York. We can see for Sunday at 2 a.m. to Monday at 2 a.m. for this evening. This will fall mostly all this evening. So we can see Pennsylvania, we get 0.8, West Virginia, 0.3 inches, Kentucky, 1 inch. We can see in some spots, Indiana, 0.6, Michigan, half an inch of rain could fall in some of these spots. We can see in the New England states, we have 0.1 inches of rainfall in Massachusetts too, also on here. So yeah. And it looks like most of this will fall this evening. You can see on here. So let's look at something else now, guys, too. Alright, we're going to talk about how below average we're going to be for Sunday and Monday. So we can see some spots this morning. We can see at 11 a.m. We're going to be 15 degrees below average around 10, 11 this morning. We can see in Wyoming, 12 degrees below average in Colorado, 11 to 12 degrees below average in Nebraska, 10 degrees below average in Iowa, too. Minnesota, we can see about 10 degrees, 12 degrees below our normal, too. We see in some spots on here, too, guys. So yeah, then we got 8 degrees below normal in Missouri. Illinois is about 11 degrees below normal, 15 to 16 degrees below normal in parts of Wisconsin. We can see some below average temperatures in Minnesota. We can see 10 degrees below average. Michigan, we can see 11 degrees below average too in some spots, guys. Then we can see by 5 p.m. we still have below average temperatures in Kansas. We can see 14 degrees below average. We can see 13 degrees below average, 15 degrees below average in Wisconsin. After this, we're going to look at our temperatures. So 11 degrees below average in Illinois. Parts of even Michigan, we can see 15 degrees below average. We can see around 5 p.m. And we can see on our east coast board here, we can see above average right now at that time. So 15 degrees below average in parts of Wisconsin. Ohio, 11 degrees below average at 5 p.m. today. You can see in some South Pennsylvania already a few degrees below average. You can see also on here. And we see by Monday, 8 a.m., our below average temperatures come to Ohio. We can see more 10 degrees below average in Ohio. Pennsylvania, 10 degrees below average in New York, 10 degrees below average. We can see also 8 degrees below average. Also, we can see on here too, guys. Then 11 a.m. on Monday, we have 16 degrees below average in New York. You can see Pennsylvania. You can see 11 degrees below average too, also. Then we see 2 p.m. with 15 degrees below average in parts of Pennsylvania. We can see 14 degrees below average in New York. We can see also on here too, Kentucky with 12 degrees below average to West Virginia, 7 degrees below average to in Virginia, 3 degrees below average too. Also, we can see on here too, guys. Then Monday at 5 p.m. we're 15 degrees below average in parts of Pennsylvania. We see New York, Ohio with 10 degrees below average too. You can see also on here. So then we can see 11 p.m. on Monday we're 12 degrees below average in parts of Pennsylvania, 9 degrees below average, 11 degrees below average in New York, Michigan we're 5 degrees below average, Indiana 10 degrees below average too. Then we can see Tuesday at 2 a.m. we're below average in Indiana, 10 degrees below average, Pennsylvania with 12 degrees below average, 11 degrees below average, but Tuesday at 5 a.m. We got Sunday at about 10 a.m. this morning. We see, remember, this is Eastern time on the right. It's actually Central, so we see on here we have 60s in South Dakota, 50s in North Dakota, 50s in Minnesota, 60s in Iowa, 60s in Missouri, 60s in Wisconsin, 60s in Illinois, and 60s in Kansas. We can see. Then we can see 2 p.m. today. Also, we're in the 70s in Kansas, 60s in Nebraska. We see around 60s in Iowa, 70s in Missouri. We can see also at 1 p.m. today, we're in the 50s in Wisconsin, 50s in Michigan Peninsula. We can see also 60s in Montana. We can see also on here too. Then we can see 4 p.m. we're only getting up to like the lower 70s in South Dakota, 60s in North Dakota, 70 maybe potentially 60s in Minnesota. We see today in 70. 60s in Wisconsin, 50s in Wisconsin, even 50s in Michigan Peninsula. We can see 70s in Illinois, 70s in Indiana, 60s and 70s in Michigan, and 50s we can see also. 74 in Missouri, 70s in Kansas we can see also. Then we can see this tonight we can see Monday at 4 a.m. we can see 3-4 in the morning. We can see we have 50s in Nebraska, 50s in North and South Dakota, 50s in Minnesota, 50s in Iowa, 40s in Wisconsin, 50s in Illinois, and 50s in Indiana. We can see also. All right, so you can see this is 4 a.m. We can see over here in Ohio, we're in the 50s, 50s in Pennsylvania, 50s in New York, 40s in Michigan. We could even see 50s in Indiana. We can see also too, guys. Then we can see at 10 in the morning on Monday, we're in the 60s in Ohio, 50s in New York, see in PA, but we can still see some 60s and 70s in parts of New York, but some parts of New York we're in the 50s too. In Michigan, we're in the 60s. Then we can see 1 p.m. on Monday, we're staying in the 60s. We can see for Ohio, 60 in parts of PA, 50s in parts of New York, 50s in New York. So New York, we can see on here also. Then Monday, 5 p.m. Parts of Ohio, we're staying in the mid-60s. We see Northern Ohio, 60 in Pennsylvania, 50s in parts of New York, even in northern upstate New York, we're seeing lower 60s, higher 50s. We can see in some spots too. Then we can see Tuesday morning, we can see at midnight, we're in the 40s in Pennsylvania. We can see 50s in Ohio. We can see 40s in New York. We can see also on here in 50s in some of the New England states. We can see also too on here. Then we have Tuesday at 3 a.m. We can see we have 40s in Pennsylvania, 40s in New York. We can see 50s in Ohio, 50s in West Virginia. We can see also too, guys. Then we can see 6 a.m. on Tuesday. We're in the mid-50s in Ohio, mid-40s in PA, 40s in parts of New York. We can see also 50s in Indiana, 50s in Michigan, and 50s in Illinois, and 40s even in West Virginia, and 50s in Kentucky. We can see in 50s in Tennessee, in 50s in Virginia. We can see also. So I hope you learned something new in this video today. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe and notification bell. Never miss a video like this, guys. Okay, guys. See you guys in the next one. Bye.